Welcome to a short series detailing how I'm attempting to run a sub 20-minute 5K. So, to give you some context, I'm a 43:34 10K runner, which I did at the A6 10K about 2 weeks ago. And I know that sub 20 is a bit of a reach considering my 10K time, but I am considering the fact that that course was not ideal, and I feel like I had a bit more in me. And my first attempt at 5K, sub 25K, is in 3 days. And since the A6 10K, which there's a 3 week gap between this 5K attempt and the last 10K, I took a week off because my hamstring was a bit injured, and that was the right call because it felt a lot better like after a week, and I'm back. This is the first week of training since that injury, and I'm probably gonna run about 60K this week, which is probably not the smartest idea 3 days before my race. And yeah, but I do feel strong right now. I do feel like I'm at the edge where if I push a bit too hard right now, I'm probably gonna get injured. But hey, I think I'm in a good place right now. So yesterday was my last workout, and 2 days before that I did a threshold workout, which I'm gonna start there. So Wednesday I did a threshold workout, 3 by 10 minutes, and that felt quite good. Although I did have some blisters issue towards the end, which was kind of a pain. But it was 3 by 10 minutes at 4:47 for the first two, and the last one was at 4:42. Felt good. The heart rate definitely wasn't there for the reps. I think it got up to, well, my heart rate strap says 190, which is doesn't even make sense because the entirety of the A6 10K, my heart rate didn't get that high, and I ran for way faster. But I I don't know what it was. Probably the wind. Honestly, it was a really windy day in Burgess Park. But hey, it felt good though. Like heart rate not counting, my effort was there. 4:47. I think like my 10K time for 43:34, which is a 4 minute 20 pace, is good enough that I can know what my threshold is. So probably like 10 to 15 slower than that. And considering it was 2K reps, which is like 10 minutes, which is amounts to 2K, I felt the effort was right there, right on the money. Didn't feel too tired afterwards. I don't know how some people do double threshold. I'm definitely not at that stage because, well, after that workout I need to take a day off. But after the day off, I did my second workout of the week, which was the final workout before my race. So knowing that this was 4 days before my race, I did 2 by 1K at 5K pace, which I'm guessing right now is about 4:05 ish, and that surprisingly felt really good. Like I was really comfortable. Usually, if I'm running a 5K pace, in training, I'm like really struggling even after the first rep. But after the first rep, I was honestly felt really easy. I mean, considering it's 5K pace, so maybe it's a good sign for things to come for the sub 20. Sub 20 is sub 4 minutes a K. And I did about the same for the second rep, so 4:07, 4:05 around there. And that probably equates to like a 20:30 5K. And after that, I did 400-meter repeats at sub 5K pace, so like sub 20-minute pace, so 350s, 340s around there, and four of those. And I went into 200-meter repeats, four of them at sub 330, I think, which is basically just an extended stride at that point, just to get the legs ticking over before the race. I didn't want to push myself too hard for this because I have 4 days before the race, and I know that I won't really absorb much of this training, and I don't know if it'll affect my race because it's so close. But it's more of a mindset thing. I want to know like how my legs feel running at this pace because I rarely do it, and I felt like the session was really good in that sense because I really felt how high my legs had to kick back, because I find that if I run faster, my legs will go up higher. And yeah, like by the end of the workout at the 200-meter repeats, my legs were almost hitting my butt, which yeah, probably means I had to like develop more power because that's like 320 pace. My legs hitting my butt. Probably I don't know. I don't know how to analyze that, but I know how hard my legs need to go for that 5K. And I did that at Battersea Park because the race is gonna be at Battersea Park, and I thought it was just a good thing to run the course just to get my just to see get used to the scenery, whatever. I did a 4K warm up, which is actually crucial to how well like how I felt during the workout, because as I said, I felt really good during the whole workout. I did almost 5K warm up, which was, the entire race of a 5K. But I felt like that really helped me. Like, yeah, and I thought it was gonna affect my performance, but I think for the actual race, I'm gonna do closer to 4K, 4Ks of a warm up, just to see how that goes. A bit of an experiment. Yeah, that's how that day went. Oh, earlier that day, I went to try the Takumi Sen 8, which I was planning to use for the workout, because I need a workout shoe. Currently, I just use my Carbons, my Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s, which are, my all-out race shoe, and I don't really want to use that for training as well, because they don't last for so long, the carbon shoes. So I was looking at the Kumisen 8 because I saw the reviews of the 9s and they were like glowing, and people were saying that the 8s and the 9s weren't that different from each other. So I saw a good deal at an outlet. I'm not going to tell you where. No, it's at the O2. I can grab a pair of the Kumisen 8s for like £80, which is a deal. Like looking at the websites, that's pretty much as low as you can get. And I haven't had them in my size. Try them on. I've tried them on before actually, but when I stood on them, they just felt too narrow. I know that's the point of a race shoe like a Takumi Sen 8, but I don't know. I just felt my feet were slipping, like they were like spilling over, and I just didn't feel that stable. And at the time, I was like, you know what, maybe this will work out when I run. It'll feel better when I'm actually going. But I just in the past, I've made that realization that whenever I'm like iffy about a purchase, the answer is probably no, and I always regret making a purchase that I'm like not 100% sure of. So yeah, that was probably a good call. But on the silver lining here is that people say that the Kumisen 9 has a better fit, has a wider fit, especially in the mid foot area, which is where I was like really iffy about. So I might go and try that at the Adidas store, although they are going for like, I don't know, 120, 130 pounds, which is a bit steep. Although the retail is like 170, so it's still a good deal, all things considered. We'll see how what decision I make there. I'm also considering the Saucony Speed 3, which is probably a good choice because I do well with the Pro 3s and they fit me well. But yeah, that's how that went. And then the next day, today, I did a park run at Hamstead Heath, and that was so hilly. I did not expect that at all. I didn't really check like what people were saying about this park run. I was just like, okay, I want to go to Hamstead. I heard it's a nice area, and it was a lovely area. I loved it. It was so many like alleyways with the cafes, and I ended up having a nice eggs royale, eggs ben, and yeah, it was great. Lovely little like alleyway, great food. Shout out to Dan Tan who ran it with me, and yeah, I did 5K at about. The average was 5:30 pace, but the great average pace was higher because of all the hills. And yeah, it just felt like a good run. Obviously, like I was a bit like fatigued from the day before, but I still felt like a run. Just a bit of a niggle on my hamstring. But it went good. I ramped up the pace every kilometer because I started off in the back because it wasn't really that serious of a run. So 6 minute pace. Then I ramped it up 5:30, 5:20. Then at the end, my pace was like 4:30. Great adjusted pace, because the last kilometer was just all hill, and I was like, what the hell? And it felt good. And Hamstead, such a beautiful place. Hamstead Heath, sorry, the park. Probably not gonna go there often because it's just so far from me. I'm like on the other side of London, pretty much. But yeah, just definitely gonna go there again at least once or twice. And yeah, that I averaged like 5:30 for the whole thing, 27:30. Yeah, just a chill park run. Pretty good effort considering it's a day after a workout. I didn't push myself too hard. Hopefully, we'll see tomorrow morning. Yeah, great place to be at right now in terms of training with 5K in 3 days. Tomorrow I had a long run planned, which is I usually do my long runs on Sundays. And I don't think I'm gonna do the whole thing because just seeing how I'm feeling, like although I'm feeling good, there are some like yellow like signals in my head going like, okay, maybe I should slow down because like my hamstring hurts a bit here, especially after that workout. I was like, maybe there's a bit of pain in my hamstring, but that's why I'm not gonna do the like long run all like the entire long run. I'm gonna break it up into 2 runs. I was planning to do 16, but all the like warm up runs added up throughout the week. Now I'm at 48, so I'm gonna aim for 60. And so that's just 12k, which is a lot shorter than my usual long run. Just gonna like stick to the right intensity. Don't push. Not gonna push myself too hard. I'm gonna but still gonna end up at 60k for this week, which is a record for me. Yeah, the week before my 5k, probably not the most ideal, but hey, this is just life. Wasn't planning to do this park run, but yeah, it just worked out, and I'm happy I did it. So 2 easy runs tomorrow, amounting to 12k instead of a long run. Probably the smart idea. And I'm gonna just do easy running for Monday, Tuesday, and my race is on Wednesday, the Chase the Sun event at Battersea Park. My first 5k at Battersea Park since my first ever 5k, which was November of last year, which when I started my running journey. 28 minutes. I was really happy with that. Actually, I pushed myself real hard for that 28 minutes, and now I'm aiming for sub 20, which is it's a big jump. Although, yeah, when I look at people like Patrick Martin, who, if you haven't seen his videos, he ran a 224 marathon after like 3 years of training, and like his first 10k without training, I mean like with a bit of training, was like 38 minutes. It's just, yeah, what I'm like probably way faster than I can run anytime soon, and I've been training for like 8 months. I feel like I'm making progress at a very steady pace, at a very probably faster than what's ideal. I'm definitely getting injuries here and there. Like I had to take a week off, like a few weeks off before that even. But yeah, it's going at a steady pace. I'm incorporating more strength and more yoga every day. It's a 22-year-old man talking about doing yoga every day. That's just the running life, man. Yeah, Stephen Scullion teach me the foam roll, yoga. Recovery is important. So yeah, whatever Stephen Scullion says, I'm gonna do. Yeah, shout out to Stephen Scullion. And yeah, that's how training has went these past 2 days. This is gonna be the first part of my first sub 20 attempt, which I'm probably not gonna get. I'm aiming for 20 sub 2030. I'll be happy. But if I'm feeling good on the day, I'm just gonna go off and try. If I find a good pack, we'll see how it goes. Part 2, I'm gonna just talk about. Actually, I have no idea what we'll talk about. Maybe the easy runs next day with points of taking it easy, especially the thought process of going from a long run to 2 smaller runs, just to like break up the intensity, just to let my body like heal a bit for the race. And yeah, then we're gonna go into the race day. I'm probably gonna get a few clips from there, see how it goes. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.